Hello, Taurus North Node. Welcome to your reading for the April new moon of 2022. Please note that this is a general reading, so the message may not resonate with everybody. Just take what strikes a chord with you and let the rest float away on a cloud of ether to whoever else in your Taurus North Node may need to hear that message at this time. If you're feeling this reading, give it a like, a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to be notified when I upload. My guides want me to let you know that this is a North Node reading. There's other readings that say for any major placement, but this is not applicable to your sun sign, moon sign, or rising sign. It is only applicable to your North Node. So if you are not quite sure where your North Node is, then you can click the link in the description box to my website that has a chart of the dates and placements of the North Node. You could use that, or I also have linked in the description box below a site where you can run your birth chart for free if you want to get the whole picture. The North Node is a mathematical point on your birth chart, and it signifies your source of soul expansion in this lifetime. It tells you where growth opportunities lie. And why would you look at the North Node? Because it can provide you with a sense of fulfillment that goes beyond what you have dreamed for yourself or what you've expected to be fulfilling for you in this lifetime. I do have a short video that covers the general meaning of the North Node as I've been guided to understand it. And you can check out the specifics of your North Node sign explained in depth by YouTube astrologer Finesse. Both links have been posted in the description box below. And with that out of the way, all of our standard disclaimers and so forth, we will start your reading. So I'm going to use the Path of the Soul deck by Cheryl Lee Harnish to start with the universal energies that are available to you, Taurus North Node. They're available to all of us, but these are the ones that are becoming most apparent to you, most directed at you for your soul expansion journey in April. So this reading kind of goes from the April new moon to the new moon in what's the month after April? May. That's partially your month, Taurus. So Taurus North Node. So yeah. Let me just focus here and get your first 4 cards. Good. Just a moment. They all fell. Yeah, they had all fallen off the table, but here they are. Okay. So first we have card number 7. This is fractal art. It's quite interesting to meditate with if you're interested in this deck. Hopefully I'll be able to link it below, but I'm not sure. So this is Bull Guide. Sorry, I totally got drawn into the picture for a second. Bull Guide. And then you have, I believe this is Fairies. Yeah. Nature, which has been something having to do with nature has come up for every sign so far, with the spring equinox just behind us, but the energy is still present. And then we have Revelations. Okay, so with the bull guide, which is so appropriate for you, Taurus North Node, there's the ability right now to really push forward in whatever it is that you want. The bull guide has a lot of force behind it, and I see that there is a great force of transformation. And the energy is available to you to push through any challenges, overcome any opposition, and push through this transition as quickly as you want to. So I'm getting the energy that the universe is offering you a lot of strength and force to conquer anything, but it's up to you if you tap into it or not. And I'm sure in the reading we'll have some cards come up to tell us why you may be feeling not to be forceful in your way forward, which is your right to do so. But it is available to you. It is an option of a way that you can move forward. With fairies, I'm getting a very childlike energy. There is an opportunity to renew some childlike innocence. And I'm getting this, like these all flowing very smoothly into each other. Fairies with the childlike innocence, your dreams. There may be something for you in my fairy reading, which I will end up probably, linking at the top here. I did a fairy messages from the fairies 2022. So there may be something in there for you guys if you haven't already watched it, or if you have already watched it, you may want to rewatch it, because I'm getting a strong vibe that this is carrying over from some messages that the fairies had sent about 2022. I'm getting the message that like the next 2 months are very significant in your transformational process as well. Side note. And with nature, I'm getting, we're all on this path of discovering some truths in nature, in the natural world and in our own nature. And for you, this is particularly important, this nature card, because it will lead you to these revelations. And every time I look at this, I kind of see that puffy crown, like a crown that's made of velvet, and it kind of looks like the top of a souffle or a muffin, that kind of puffy crown. So this revelation to me is also like this massive opening of your crown chakra, where there are some messages that have been trying to get through to you that you have not been hearing for one reason or another. But they're mostly saying it's because it's in your nature. It's in your nature, but you currently for some of you, it's only in one or two areas. For others of you, it's in many areas that you are not quite living your truth. And that truth, they're trying to reconnect you with it through your childlike nature. It's almost, I'm getting the vibe of how you came into the world is more of how you are meant to be than the person you've become. And there's more authenticity or truth of who we are in our child self than society typically recognizes. We grow into people, we have been nurtured and into certain types of people. Careers, habits, our experiences have shaped us, but there's this information of like your soul's deeper nature that comes when you look at like what just were you drawn to as a child. Before all of that, like when your soul just came and did not have all of the shaping, molding, and influences of the world around you and of the people in your world who are responsible for, making you a functional member of society. So there's some information, there's some revelations hidden for you in there, and how quickly that revelation manifests into your reality is up to you. But there is a strong energy of you can just bulldoze your way through it. I'm going to check your 5D energies now. This is the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle and the Sacred Geometry of Relationships by Lon. I've mixed them into 2 decks into one, which is why it looks so large. So my guides have permitted me calling this 5D energy, although it's kind of a murky word. I shouldn't say murky, but unclear. But they tell me this is about, your higher self, the next steps that your soul wants to take, and how that is being communicated to you through synchronicities, dreams. So that is their definition of this round of cards, because this whole spread was given to me to use. I will tell you what all of the cards are as soon as I get all 6 of them. Yeah, today should be 6. Sometimes we get 7, but today should be 6. If at any time you need to fast forward through the shuffling, feel free. These things take as long as they take. Ooh. All right. Interesting. So we have number 18, Cosmic Flower. Number 32, Presence. Number 13, Commitment. 30, Multidimensionality, that's an interesting, that energy came in on the universal level as well. First chakra, which is your root chakra, and then allowance. It's the last card. They're not pointing me to any numerical synchronicities at the moment, so I'll just keep going from there. So, Cosmic Flower is all about remembering your magnificence and where you came from. Which is very fitting as to the fairy card here, because the fairy card, I'm getting the energy of remembering yourself, like reconnecting with yourself, and getting to the core of yourself. In presence, I'm getting that a lot of you may be may avoid being on your own. Which is strange. The avoidance is, it may not be being on your own. It's more like an avoidance of being in touch with how you feel. Because Taurus, your south node is in Scorpio, which means you're very comfortable in the mystical place, in mystical places, right? In mystery, in the occult. If you, and that may not be completely evident to you, they're saying, but if you really sit down and like examine your comfort zone, you'll find that you seem to be, you do have some comfort in gray areas and in like mystery schools, mysteries, great mysteries of the universe and such. Which means also you may tend to be very have an active imagination and stay in your imaginary places, your imaginary world, more so than you are in the present real world. Because Taurus is a very grounded, earthly manifestation energy, practicality, comforts of home. And the opposite is like free-flowing, fleeting. Not to say that it's not a serious energy, but the Scorpio South Node energy is like wherever I hang my hat is home. And the Taurus energy is, they're not really seeking to even have other hooks for that hat. It's one solid place. And they're showing me like building a castle. They build strong foundations. So being present is about allowing yourself to belong to whatever social circles, lifestyle, home life that you're in. Even if you feel in the future you would like that to go elsewhere, you'd like other things to develop, other life situations, to have other life experiences, or you want to improve upon where you are now, it still requires you to have a full acknowledgement of where you are at the moment. And I'm getting the feeling that you're not fully committed. You're not fully committed to where you are. Because they want me to read this. The frequency of commitment supports our ability to devote ourselves in all aspects of our being with unwavering belief. So this is there's totally, and then with multidimensionality, like some of you are working in multiple dimensions and are aware of your fragments and facets doing other things at night, for example. And some of you are just, I know I have to mix these two together. Some of you are straddling two worlds at the moment, if not more than two. Because like the way these two are in diagonal of each other, this is about being like totally in the core of yourself. And this is, the core of yourself being multifaceted and multidimensional. So what is the commitment? I'm getting two streams of information there, or multiple. Let's see. One is commitment to, I know that I don't have to give up being one type, quote unquote, I'm making the quotation marks here, one type of person in order to be another type of person. Like, though there's aspects of myself that can coexist. And also there's this commitment to, it's great to lay down and rest and be in, your fantasy land, visualizing your future. That does work in your favor as well. It's, a practice that we should have, letting our imagination run free. However, there has to be an equal amount of commitment to the dream and commitment to, I'm here. I'm here in the here and now. And these are the things that are great and working. And these are the things that, they're not quite working. I'm not going to overly focus on them, but I am going to set the intention that I want to go on this trajectory elsewhere. Or I want to clean those things out of my life so that I have more of the energies, vibrations, and experiences that are desirable to me. Something, an impetus, this came in and then went out again. Presence. Give me a second. I may pause for a second so I can recapture that thought. Aha. Okay. I didn't want to make you listen to me being silent, but presence, waiting for, they're saying that you can't wait for your environment to change in order to be fully present. Even if being fully present means that there's certain things that you're aware of that you cannot, that you feel resistance to doing, opposition to doing, it doesn't feel like the right time, doesn't feel like the right place, people are taking you the wrong way. Regardless, that is the springboard, if you will, for creating your ideal future. And you cannot fully utilize that springboard if you're not seeing it for what it is, or if you're constantly escaping the springboard. You have to be fully aware of what is around you in order, of all your resources around you as well, in order to make that shift. And in the first chakra, this for me feels like being very present in your physical body and accepting what has manifested in your life up to now. This is coming by the whole nature area as well. And with these two cards together, I'm getting like there's a lot of we all have, and this may be coming to the surface for you now, is fear of change. But I'm getting that this change is divinely inspired, so and it's for your benefit. So they're encouraging you, your higher self is encouraging you to not fight it, right? Because on one side, it's interesting because you have this bull energy, which is very, very, like I have super yang on this side and super yin on this side. And this is like drive and commitment to moving forward, while this is allowing and receiving the energies of the transition. And I think it's a very nice balance for you, Taurus North Node. because for me, this is kind of a more scorpionic energy, this allowance and in nature and playful. And then this is total Taurus, let's make a plan and commit to it and have a concrete way of getting from A to B. So I'm going to check now what's going on in your 3D reality, your physical reality, that are opportunities for change, opportunities for expansion. So it's showing situations, dynamics that are happening in your physical world that are giving you the opportunity to reach these ones. This is the Santa Muerte Tarot. I just pulled the major arcana from it, so we can look at the major themes that are going on in your life in April. Ooh, yeah. It's been an interesting morning. Okay. Once again, if you need to fast forward, you are welcome to. So we have the devil. Which way should we do this? Then we have judgment. The Fool. You have some super interesting majors coming up. And the Magician. Wow. This feels quite intense. So, the devil. The devil energy here is about what are you allowing to manipulate you, or to be what are you allowing to guide you, to steer you? And some of that is fear. And some of it is bad habits and behavior. Some of you are punishing yourself for things in the past. And this could surface in April because in relation to like where this is placed for me, the cosmic flower and the fairies are kind of showing up to me that, this is one of the reasons that you need to return to, like, get in touch, or this is a barrier. This is one of the things you need to address in trying to reconnect to that childlike innocence, which is still very much within you. It's just, you have to believe it's there. And there's these, this negative self-talk, if you will, or of people around you who tell you that you're not worthy of certain things and that you are or are not certain things. And this is driving your actions more than you are currently aware of, but you are becoming aware of it. Hence Revelations, you are coming aware of it. Why did I say beware? Hopefully that will, you are becoming aware of it. Beware. We'll see if the word beware has significance. So we have judgment. And all of your cards came out in the upright, which is a good sign because you have a lot of, as we said, the Taurus energy that wants to storm through all of this, actually. The Judgment card, like, I like this little celebratory resurrecting skeleton here. like that it's the skeleton is actually quite small in comparison to the other ones, and I'm feeling like some of you have a calling that has been calling to you for quite some time. And with the multidimensionality, I feel that your guides and your soul fam, if not galactic fam, depending on where you're at in your soul journey, they've been sending it to you. But you may not. The Judgment card is not in reverse, so I don't feel like you've been ignoring it. I feel that once me saying this, you are completely aware of what it is. Whew. Sorry, I'm like, oh, this energy is just like, your energy is really fast and forceful. Like, I'm actually trying to slow down because I don't want to miss anything for you. But the energy is really, like, this can be a very quick transition, like a flip of the switch type transition for you. Because the Fool card is a new beginning. As soon as this judgment, this calling, you acknowledge it, it already starts to become physical. It starts to move out of this multidimensional space and into physical reality. And that is, so you may have a very real opportunity to change the course of your life, to change your lifestyle. Hopefully we'll get more information on how that may show up when I do the next round of tarot. Because the Magician here is like master manifester of all things in the physical reality, bringing things. And I like this particular. Let me look at it a bit closer. Yeah, the Magician has all the tools. And I feel like what you have all the tools. And you'll find that you'll be presented with an opportunity to use them. Like this quick succession from the Fool to the Magician is, I'm seeing that you'll be presented in April with an opportunity that's a new opportunity, and you may be fearful or feel unsafe about taking that opportunity on. But you do already have all of the tools to be very successful in this opportunity. And it's a matter of allowing all of your gifts to come to the surface, or that you fully embrace them and use them as your reason for being. I need a sip of tea. The combination of the attributes that you have gained through your experience, and that which you have been gifted at a soul level, which you will find once you kind of dig into your childlike energy / what this calling that you know is yours. The combination of those two things are going to make you very successful in whatever path you choose. And that's kind of what they want you to know, which is I love when things like this happen, because first you get the Six of Cups, and then divine wisdom is kind of right here, because in this corner I'm feeling a lot of resurrecting the discovery of innate wisdom. I have a feeling that this gift that you have, there's somehow that you doubt its value or its authenticity, because it seems to come from nowhere. And the reality is it doesn't come from nowhere, but it doesn't necessarily come from this lifetime. So, or you may be like it's being channeled to you. But you have it. Oh, the Hierophant. So then you have Justice in reverse, and then you have the Hierophant. So even in these are the cards I use. We as in me and my team, we call it the bridge. The bridge from this 3D reality to this 5D, let's say, calling, the beckoning. These are kind of the actions that you can take to undergo that expansion, or to make the best out of these growth opportunities in your physical reality. Six of Cups, I will start with. I feel like a speed train is going through my head. This is your reading. And I always get stuffy when I do readings as well. So Six of Cups, it's very nostalgic, where you've been, where you are going. In order to move forward, in order to release yourself from this double energy, you need to make your peace with the past. And that includes, they're saying specifically, like anything that you seem to hold against yourself and anything that people hold against you or use to make you feel like you're not capable or worthy of more. Everything that people do to put you in a box, they would need you to release yourself from that box. And they're pointing me to like this kind of Stonehenge in the back here. There's something more I have to say about that, but they're pointing me to the Stonehenge in the back here because there is whatever beliefs are plaguing you is keeping you from accessing this wisdom that seems to have been planted in you since birth. Like you came with it. You came with it, but you grew up and needed to have other experiences to add to it. But now you are, at this point where it's time for you to use that gift, but you're still wrangling with the devil. And this is what they said. You'll know which situations. It's like when you think back of a situation, how you acted in a situation, for example, and you feel like, like some icky feeling rises within you and you just don't want to think about it anymore. And, those type of memories that rise to the surface, they want you to sit with it and understand like, okay, yes, I was embarrassed, or I feel embarrassed about my behavior, but does that incident define me? And how can I release myself from defining myself by those experiences or things that I've done, things that I've said, ways that I've treated people, ways that people have treated me? How do I release myself from that defining who I am today? And instead of it being who I am, because I am is a very strong statement, and it just being something that I experienced that now I can use as wisdom and knowledge. They want you to change your experiences from something that you hold as a definition of yourself, and more as, this is just in my realm of experience. Like, if I was writing a textbook based on my life, that's just something that would be in there. That's like chapter 22, lessons in public drunkenness, or whatever it may be. So for some reason, they also gave me the, putting your foot in your mouth at a corporate mixer or a networking event or something. So some of you may be questioning your social skills, your social capabilities. Justice in reverse here. Interesting, along with the Fool, multidimensionality, and the first chakra. Yeah, the Justice in reverse. Allow yourself this new beginning. So it's basically, I didn't even realize I was talking about the Justice card when I was talking about learning from your mistakes but not being defined by them. This is the Justice card in reverse. They want you to allow yourself this new beginning, because you really don't have to deny yourself growth because there were things in the past that were undesirable or embarrassing, right? And that is a total Scorpio South Node thing. It's a total Scorpio. I feel so really analyzing the social analysis of yourself, or the analysis of yourself in social situations, I feel has its roots in this case in the Scorpionic energy. You are a multifaceted, multidimensional person. You're allowed to feel safe in yourself, even if yourself is quirky by the standards of the people that you are currently mostly involved with, or your corporate culture. Maybe you're not wrong. You and yourself are not made wrong. You just may not be in a place that is best suited for how you're made. And that's why this bull is coming in, because all of this is hanging out with the revelations. Like, you're starting to learn, you'll be learning a lot more about yourself and feeling more committed and confident to who you are as a person. Because all of your experiences, however you feel about them, have the capacity to propel you forward in whatever dreams and desires you have. This is the message they're giving me with the Hierophant. And they want you to know that the way that you are made. There's a lot about accepting the way that you are, like accepting your uniqueness. Because that uniqueness you have been made that way for a reason. And your contribution to the bigger picture requires you to be that you are. I'm getting this energy to be just very strongly present in however you choose. I'm not getting a lot of personal life energy here. I'm getting a lot of work life energy. So however you, and they're saying it's not about, for a lot of you, yes, it's career, but it's about how they don't really have the words for it. Because it's a concept that we, in our society, define differently. But it's basically like how you, in our society, career and work always has to do with how you make money, how you make money. But those things, like how you make money, most of us, that's most of what how we spend our time, right? You have 40 hours a week. Some of us work 2 jobs, a full-time and a part-time, or 2 part-time, or whatever, or freelancing. And a lot of energy goes into, what we do in exchange for what is our livelihood? We'll call it livelihood. Giving the energy of yourself for the energy in return that sustains your root chakra. So in our case, that's usually money, right? But it may be, so they're giving me transactions, your energetic transactions. And that's the broadest that they can really put it. Because I've been getting a lot of messages that, this choosing our main energetic transaction for the sake of what we'll get out of it, as opposed to what we put into it, or for the sake of the monetary gain, has led many people away from how they have been designed. Right? How they have been designed as their unique thread of the human fabric. And so this reading and other readings that I'll be doing will prompt people to examine that, how they have compromised their core self, noticing that they have, and bringing them back to it. So, sorry, that was a combination of me getting a message for myself and you guys getting a message. Yeah. Is there anything else I need to say? This transformation can go as quickly as you're committed to. That is what they want you to know. And I'm going to do your final oracles now. They will wrap it up in a bow for us. Thank you. This is the Sacred Traveler Oracle by Denise Lynn. It's currently one of my favorites. It just feels just like the energy of spring for some reason at the moment. Faraway places, get ready for new horizons. So I'm going to read from the book once I pull from all of the decks. So that was the Sacred Traveler. Now I'm going to pull from The Enchanted Map by Colette Baron Reed. Dragon's Lair. Interesting. And then the last deck I will pull from is Earth Magic Oracle cards. Who made these? Stephen D. Farmer. Earth Magic Oracle cards. Taurus North Node. Whale Breach. Ooh, I like that one for you. I like that one. All right, so we have our 3 oracles. And I don't usually interpret these in these readings. I just read from the books. So, faraway places. Okay. Faraway places. Stop playing it safe. Get ready for new horizons and change in your life. A journey is coming. It might be to foreign lands or faraway places, or maybe an inner shift that changes your destiny. It's all beneficial. Sometimes we can feel wobbled when we are not in our normal surroundings. However, you are safe and protected. Good fortune ensues. And the Sacred Traveler wants you to know part of the glory of travel is stepping out of old habits, routines, and the repetitiveness of everyday life. It can feel, let's turn the page here, daunting, yet in no small way your life is a spiritual voyage. Change is coming. Things are not as they seem. There are no wrong turns. Every adventure and misadventure is part of the course. You are on a pilgrimage of the soul. Keep your metaphorical bag packed. Some unexpected experiences are ahead. Be ready for anything. The joy of travel is that you can begin to experience the everyday as if you are seeing it for the first time. Nothing should be taken for granted. I'll just say, yeah, we talked about your experiences all being useful to you in one way or another. So, and that was reflected in that card there. 19, Upright, the Dragon Slayer. Okay, you are always protected and divinely directed. You have a remarkable internal warning system that lets you know when things are out of alignment. You're about to enter dangerous territory, so tread carefully and be aware of your surroundings. Ooh, didn't I say be aware, beware? I knew it would come back. The path you're on now is one that will challenge you to the core. That said, peril is also exciting and exhilarating, like the danger you feel before you enter a new relationship, knowing that you'll be changed forever. A life lived fully isn't lived only in safety. A new experience is calling to you, one that will test your courage. The choice is yours, but there is greater value in risk-taking than remaining unchallenged. New territories are waiting to be discovered. Once again, talk of new territories. This is coming right by the Fool, new beginnings. It's scary, root chakra. You may feel out of your element or unsafe, but know that you're divinely protected and you can, these challenges are meant to help you get to a place of more fulfillment. And we have Whale Breach, which is super auspicious sign. Okay. It is time to take a break, not just a coffee break, but a respite from the usual environment you find yourself in. Take that trip you wanted to take, go for it. Tired of being indoors? Make a point to get outside. You have become so attached to your surroundings that you have created within them an illusion of safety. Yet it is not these things that make you feel safe. Rather, the familiarity you have imbued in your surroundings have generated this false sense of security. Taking time away from the familiar is literally about changing your external environment in a significant way, such as doing something unusual or perhaps something you have always wanted to experience. Another perspective is breaking through the barrier of beliefs that have constricted you in any way from being who you truly are. This is your opportunity to do some intentional breaching of these thought patterns, which will open you to different worlds and perspectives. Yes, get out in nature was one of the lines there. The magician, divine wisdom, and allowance. It's like you just need to allow things to be let go and allow yourself to change. And all of the divine support that you want is available to you. So you just have to ask for it and believe that it is there. So my lovely Taurus North Node, that was your reading for April's new moon. I will see you next time. And until then, take care, be well, and stay blessed. Bye for now.